we'll see. I don't know. I'm assuming it's such an iconic character like Michael and the others. It's going to come back eventually, just in a matter of time when. So we'll see. Crossing our fingers. Any more questions? No? Yes. Yes?
I want to say, there was, I've seen 3 different edits for Rob Zombie's first album, and the one where Scout, flashed you in the head of whatever. Which one of those was your favorite death for Michael?
Oh God, there were 3 of them? Where was I? Yeah, there's the one where on the ground gets shot in the head, and then there's oh yeah, they got shot by the. Now what was your question?
Did you have a favorite ending for Michael in the movie itself? How you done?
Oh yeah, it was fun getting blasted by those cops. It was a lot of fun. Huh? What? That was me. Stupid? Yes. Jesus, Nick.
I must have been stupid.
Get some more of that Zoloft stuff you just were talking about.
Four guys with a mask and a big fight on stage.
No, but that one I liked. That was fun.
I would say, but you probably be mad, so.
Oh, you like the other one?
No, I like them all. I thought it was nice that he had a mix of that show.
Yeah. I mean, I had fun doing all of them. The only thing that really I didn't like about that was laying on the ground dead with blood poured all over me, and it kind of leaks down behind your back and down into your. And lay on the ground for quite a while. It's not good when it was cold. Yeah, but my wife was there too, so it wasn't that fun.
Who else on the question? Right there. The machete in the head.
Hello. What's your favorite 13 film and favorite man to play? Jason.
Who was that, Jim?
Derek.
Oh, me? Oh, we know who he's going to say his favorite one is. Eric.
That was a big setup for everyone else, but it was really cool. Oh, we'll tell you. No, my favorite is part 4. My favorite Jason is Ted White. I'm a big fan. I grew up. The first time I saw it, when Corey came down the stairs and he shaved his head like what young Jason would look like. I have a disorder called alopecia. And I went to school, I had like little patches of hair here and there. What alopecia is like my body sees hair as like a foreign obstacle, so it rejects it. So I don't like shave like my head at all or my arms. I grow a little bit of fuzz here and other places. So when I first saw that, I saw Corey come down the stairs and I'm like, oh my God, that's like, he looks like me. That's like I'm like a little version of Jason. So I kind of fell in love with that, and so it's really weird being an adult now to play Jason, like a full cycle. I've kind of grown into it, which is kind of crazy. Take that in your brains. Deposit that in your brain bank, people.
Any other questions? Somebody's got to have one. There.
Derek, so many actors have played Jason. Can you describe the process, how you would want to bring in to that character? So many surprises.
Oh man, you're gonna hate me. I'm gonna go on for like a long time. They're gonna heckle me. No, it was nice when I met for the audition for Jason. They only brought 2 of us in, and it was through industry referral. He was holding my cord. It was like an industry referral, and like they kept my name kept popping around, I guess. And I went in and met with them and let go of the cord. And
It's on my lap.
What do you have, an ADD? Good Lord. Give him a toy. Here, Nick, hold this. So no, this time around it was nice because the writers also, when after I got cast, the writers were saying this time around, before Jason was more of an entity, and they wanted to make him more of a character this time. They wanted to make him intelligent and have different beats and different moments. And so for myself, being I was a fan of the series, I'm completely familiar with how Jason was and whatnot. And it was you had to put it to the side and approach it, the script like fresh and new, and bring it like a blueprint to whatever it is you're doing. So I had the opportunity to bring my own flavor to it. I did a lot of research, which you kind of, some people think is kind of excessive. I did like research on child psychology, being that as like young Jason saw his mother get murdered in front of him when he was like 9 or 10 years old, what development stage he was in, like what development stages he missed because of that. I did a lot of research on loneliness and wilderness survival. I read a couple different articles about different Army Rangers who were separated from their platoon, their group in the forest, and had to survive on their own, and the mental process that they went through. So my whole thing about doing mask work, a lot of people think, oh, you're a big guy, and you're going to show you they're angry, you're a body actor with your arms and your eyes. And my philosophy is, like, language is 10% of communication. Even if you're not speaking, you can still communicate. So I could do like a character, like Jason, for example. I would approach it as I would like a part with a full dialogue, as if the mask is on or off, I'm doing the exact same thing underneath the mask. And you have to trust the energy. If you're committed to the scene and to the moment sincerely, you have to trust that energy is going to transfer through the mask and be captured on camera. But we get it all the time. Like, oh, dude, I'm big. I can do that. Put the mask on him. I'll do it. And it's not the same. We're all professionally trained actors, and we worked on the craft. There's a lot of subtext that we add to the characters, and rather than just going, I'm gonna get you. Look how angry I am with my arms. So it's paid off. Unless you're Tyler. So I hope that kind of, in a roundabout way, answers your question.
Any more questions?
Red hat.
Red hat.
When you made Michael's mask in Halloween 1 and 2, did you use like Captain Kirk mask, or did you like start from scratch?
No, they were sculpted by Wayne Toth from scratch. They did a face mold of me, and then he made them from that.
Yeah. Hi. I got questions. I'm a fan. What's your each of you? What's your favorite part of the convention so far? Like a memorable moment. Silence. That's awesome. That went over well. Next question.
No, it's just being able to come out here and meet all the fans and get to interact with you guys that are true fans of it and that enjoy what we do. Because without you guys, we wouldn't be able to do what we do. And I really appreciate that. Thank you all for coming very much. And I hope some of you guys like it right too.
Don't give it to Nick. He'll be like, the bar last night, it was real cool.
The thing is that I got it.
I'd say something better than that, wouldn't I, probably?
Oh, Lord, no, baby. No, Principe, talk.
Karma's a bitch.
That is so going on fail blog.
Did it on purpose. I thought that was cool. Sorry, you did. It's okay.
Wow, I'm following this. The thing is that I grew up just like an awkward kid. It's like I grew really fast. I was awkward. I really didn't fit in socially. I didn't fit in physically, and I just found this escape in monsters. And I connected with that whole outcast element, connected with all that. So the thing is that was the reason that it's like man behind the mask. Sometimes it's man hiding behind the mask. Because it gives me this freedom to kind of go out and experience, what's like to be this thing. Dude, it's okay, man. This is my story. It's cool. I thought you were sleeping. I didn't know what happened. So the thing is that when I come to this convention and I get to interact with people that you guys like, they kind of feel the same way and they attach yourselves to these characters, it just makes me feel like I'm home, and I just totally dig it. It's like, this is what I love. I feel more comfortable at a convention than I do out there in the real world, and this is just what I love. I love being here. So, man, I just thank all you guys for showing up, man, and just like showing the love for us. It's cool.
God. No, I'll keep it brief because tall guys are getting mad at me. No, I mean, I don't know. If I wasn't doing this, I'd be just going to them, you know. I grew up on the East Coast. I used to always go to like the Cherry Hill conventions in Jersey back then. I don't know. It's just cool. Like I said, if I wasn't in these movies, I would just be watching them. So, yeah. Thank you.
Along the way to the convention, was there any costume you saw over the weekend, a fan-made costume that really stuck out to you?
Yeah, Metalocalypse, the guy dressed up as like Dr. Roxo. I thought that was one of the most original things ever, and he just stayed in character the whole time, did the voice, everything. Like, very rarely do I stop and ask to get like a picture, but I like instantly was like, "Can I have a picture, please?" He was fucking cool. And there's a Jawa walking around today that's pretty badass too.
I have to say, it's like, yeah, when I saw, he introduced me to the guy, and I was like, I didn't follow the series, didn't see the show, but when I saw it, I was like, wow, that was just, it impressed the hell out of me.
I didn't think anyone was walking around in costumes. I thought that's Porky's real head here. It's not? Oh, sorry. Well, you know, there was yesterday a big P-ness. I didn't want to say it all together because people are filming this, but that was kind of funny.
That's hilarious. My favorite is the guy dressed as Gary Busey at his tailor. That guy's got him spot on. He won't break character all day. It's pretty awesome. Yeah, that is my favorite.
Do you guys have a favorite Busey story?
No. So we can share a comeback.
It's gotta be somebody in there.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Could each of you tell us, did y'all get to keep a mask or a prop from, your movies or anything like that? Favorite piece that you were able, they gave you anything?
Tell your story.
Which one?
It's like when the free reign Costco and that and this.
Oh, yeah. You know, it's kind of cool when you do a movie with a rock star because you get to loot things afterwards. Yeah, but no, I mean, it was very cool. I have both the masks. I have the orange mask. I have the jumpsuits. I have the whole costumes head to toe. That is one thing that I do. I try and keep something from everything I do. I've got the arrow that shot my leg in Troy. I've got the Troy suit. Derek likes to wear it when he comes over. It's a little thin skirt. Yeah, I mean, I'm just kind of like a collector of that myself too. I've got the knives. I mean, the prop guys handed them to me on the first one and said, you deserve this. You did justice to the character, so that made me feel real good because they were big fans of it too, and so I have both of those, and I just collect them, store them away, and that's it.
For mine, I got to keep I think there are 6 masks made, and I got number 6, I believe, for the Jason mask. Everything else I've ever worked on, I get a high five and a stick of gum. That's about it. That's true. Hey man, I really appreciate your hard work, and I have that now. Okay, bye.
But you do get the gun. It's true, I get the gun.
From Resident Evil Extinction, I kept the Tyrant's arm, and I kept it. So, okay, I pilfered. And I totally did. This is just grabbing shit. If it wasn't nailed down. I also have the blade that I fought in Blade Trinity, and I've got the Terminator, the T-600 head. And every now and then I'll just go over and put a battery, like hook it up to the eyes, and just like, that's on film, so I'll have that for about another week. And
Ben just figured out it's a replica.
that was like a setup question. Now I'm just totally lost.
Ben's just trying to figure out if his house garage later on. That guy.
The There was like maybe 3 Chrome Skull masks, I think, at first. Like 2 were like stunt masks, and then the other one was that. But I said right from the get-go I wanted to keep some of the knives. There were a lot of knives, and then I wanted to keep one of the masks. And I just kept like sneezing inside this one mask because I really wanted to keep that one. And I was just like, I don't know what it is, I have a cold. It's good. Here you go. You know, but
What's been the most difficult part of any of your costumes to work with?
I did, again, the George Kennedy movie. It's called Sands of Oblivion. God, it's so stupid. It's a giant Anubis creature, and I had to wear like a paraplegic's halo, so I couldn't turn my head at all. It was just literally this fucking metal halo like on my head, and this 80-pound servo-filled thing with like 3 guys with remote control car things moving the faces. And it was like 80 pounds and it stuck out like this far from my head. And there was just this one fight scene and I had to fucking... The guy's like, listen, if you fall forward, you'll probably break your neck, so don't do that. And they're like, okay, ready? Roll sound. So that was shitty, to say the least.
I was in this movie. Okay, it was a TV special, maybe I just remember. And like 2 people saw it probably. It was called Peter Benchley's Creature. And I played this like half man, half shark, so just go with me on this thing. Oh, dude, it was more like King Ground. Anyhow, so basically when they made the suit, like there's just this huge shark face out here, and like your elbows come out and the arms form fins. It was this thing. But the thing is, when they made the suit, one of the over at San Winston Studio, when we shot it up in Vancouver, they said, we kept talking about, shouldn't we put some type of breathing apparatus in this thing? I'm going to be in the water. And they kept assuring me, like, you're never going to be in more than 6 inches of water. Don't worry about it. It's going to be fine. And then we got there and we filmed a little bit, and they didn't tell me, like, the 6 inches of water would be 6 inches over my head type of thing. And so it was like, just jump in, it'll be fine. And the thing is, like, we never had a safety team. It was like one of these low-budget things. And I had to hold my breath long enough after you did it so that when you came up, the water had to drain out of the face, come down, and then finally it would reveal my face.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that was fun. That was the hardest. Half man, half shark. Totally believable. Totally believable. Totally believable.
Tell your Christmas story. That's freaking crazy that in the water you're immersed.
Oh, I also was in another movie, The Edge, where I played an animatronic bear. This is so out of like this genre right now. I just totally went in another direction. And I was fighting Anthony Hopkins and Alec Baldwin. And what they did is they put, this time I had a breathing apparatus, which was great. And they put me down, they put me on like this ejector seat, okay? And then they put me down in 12 feet of water with my breathing apparatus with the animatronic bear suit on me. And we rehearsed it over and over and over. And then by the time, the day we went to go film it, there was 6 inches of ice on where we were supposed to film it. So they broke the ice away, and they put me in a wetsuit, and they said, let's go, you know, type of thing. And the thing is that when they lowered me down into it, I had to also hold my breath down there because they didn't want any bubbles down on the thing. But it was funny because it never made it into the movie, if you ever saw The Edge, because they launched me once, and I basically looked like a guy coming out of a cannon. Like a bear that should be attacking with his arms up like this, because of the force of the water, my arms like went flying down like this, and it hit me flying straight back. So it was... Okay, we're going to interrupt the believable bear ejector seat story with a public service announcement.
Don't do drugs. It's all gonna
Hi everybody, it's me, Derek, from Days of the Dead. If you drive a Volkswagen, a blue one, and it's a Florida license plate of 996XSF, it's about to get towed, as well as a Honda Insight Hybrid. It's dark gray. It's from Jackson County. BKJ 5043. Also, a little, why is it little? Sorry, a little Eddie Bauer truck. Explorer 9488 anal. That's hilarious. What it says, and that's Coletta Company. No, the management wanted me to announce this because they are about to tow these cars. So if that's your car, go get it. And if your car's the anal one, hilarious.
Save the box. Okay, back to the bear story.
No, there's no more story.
What's up, weirdo?
Tyler May, what's the craziest thing you ever saw backstage in WCW?
Best question ever.
Tyler May is not here anymore.
Oh man, this is fantastic.
Wow. Well, this is the first time I'm speechless. I mean, because I've got all these things going through my head and I can't say any of them.
Do you walk around it, like change the words? Or change the people? There was a guy in Speedo.
Well, actually, one of the funniest ribs that I saw was we were in Buffalo in the middle of winter, and two guys were feuding. And this was back in the day when everybody had the nice snakeskin cowboy boots. Well, the one guy decided to glue the cowboy boots, like crazy glue them to the floor, and cut one of his pant legs off. And left him like that in the middle of winter. It was like 40 below. And so he had to wear his wrestling trunks back to the hotel. That was kind of funny.
Who was it?
Nobody. I mean, I've seen far too much crazy stuff. I guess that's why I'm, sick of that. Anytime you're in a dressing room with a bunch of big guys and some of them are wearing thongs, it's kind of wrong. I'm done.
Want everybody to give a big round of applause to our panel? Awesome Preacher Boy here, over at their
And Nick will be doing more stunts later.
Before we go, though, honestly, we're so appreciative, guys. Thank you so much for coming out. And we're like you, we're fans ourselves. So thank you very much for coming out and spending that time with us.
I've done enough, man. No. The Tall Guy Union Comedy Club is out of here.
We got the Scream Queens panel coming up next. Thanks, everybody.
All right, you guys. Hey, I'd like to give a big shout out to Crunk Energy Drink, Red Monkey, hats and apparel. I'd like to thank my man Neil Jones with WithoutYourHead.com.